Hey Virgo, welcome to your tarot session. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy December. I appreciate your patience with the readings. I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to start by picking the general energy of December for you, so the present moment, and we'll see from there what's happening. Virgo. Virgo. I'm seeing a light bulb, and I don't know if it's associated with the tower, but there's definitely this implosion. Very interesting. I haven't seen the tower, I feel, in the past 15 days. Not even once. So let's see. Oh yeah, breaking point. Okay, breaking point. Why am I hearing this? Oh, the star. Interesting, because the star is the card that comes right after the tower. So you've already hit the breaking point, probably. There's this moment, this buildup, and I think it created this inner storm for you. A lot of inner turmoil, a lot of inner chaos in some way. And there's been this buildup throughout 2024. And at one point, it feels like you decided to just let it go. And maybe you've been working so hard on trying to let go of the grip of control, to surrender. It's not easy for Virgos. Like, honestly, I feel like it's one of the hardest things for you is to let go, to surrender, to trust the unknown. There's this beauty about you, the way you love to plan and you love to make sure everything is well done. You have this very perfectionist way of you, which you guys already know how much I love this. I'm so inspired by that. But I think that the break-in point was so essential. It's like someone is just saying, I'm so tired of constantly worrying. I don't even have the energy anymore to obsess over what's going to happen. I'm letting go. And maybe you're ready to create some type of mantra. You've been saying something like, okay, que sera, sera, what will be, whatever happens. What do you want me to do? I cannot control this. So there's this full-on surrendering, but it's not easy. It took so much for you to get there, Virgo. And the star card, listen, who doesn't love that card? It's such a powerful energy. It's, just the simple fact that there's a naked person on this card. You can see beyond the material. You can see beyond the obvious. You understand yourself so much more now. And there's 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water, which is so important. It's like, okay, I'm grounded, and I know I can only ascend as high as I'm grounded, and I understand the value of vulnerability, of talking maybe a little bit more than usual about what I'm feeling and what's going on in my mind. You're showing up for yourself, and you've been doing that. You've been practicing that, and you can be very proud of yourself. I am, as always, your biggest cheerleader, and I'm so proud of you this year. The level of work and the dedication and the ups and downs. And still you are showing up, with your head up as the star. After a clear breaking point for me. I think this is very essential that I honor that in this session. Okay, tell me more for Virgo. Tell me more for Virgo. I can feel my throat getting sore. It's like you maybe started sharing certain things and it was so uncomfortable for you to do. You don't want to sound like a burden. You don't want to be annoying. You are the type of person who just deals with their own stuff. You don't need someone to save you. And I feel like what you've been sharing or the little steps that you've been taking, it's going to have such a huge positive impact on 2025. Look at that. Queen of Swords is here. You found within you the answers and the energies that you've been trying to find outside of yourself. The queens are about nurturing. So I don't know what you've been doing, how you've been taking care of your mental health, how aware you've been of your words and the power of your words. There's definitely something around communication that's been improving. In December, all of us, everyone, regardless of your zodiac sign, we're going to go through this like reset, this wrap up of the year. We're going to be challenged with lessons that we learned in 2024. It's the final thing, that we check off our list. So with the Queen of Swords, I think that there's going to be this moment of realization. I survived something that was so specific to you, so personal, and you're here. You're standing in your truth, showing up as the most authentic, the truest version of yourself. And you can be very proud of that. Again, there's this thing with Virgos that I noticed throughout the years, And I'm going to repeat myself, and most of you know that already. I'm married to a Virgo. I've been my husband for 13 years now, and this is something that I notice is not easy for you to feel proud of yourself. You're like, I don't have the time to waste to be proud of myself. I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do. Why would I be proud? This is just life. This is what I'm supposed to do. But I think that there's this level of confirmation that's coming up from the universe. And I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but this is how I'm invited to channel this. You're going to give yourself permission to say, I did it. Again, I survived this. Queen of Swords is a survivor. She is the survivor of the tarot. And I think that there has been very dark days for you, and you make it look easy because, again, you show up and do the work. But I think you deserve a little bit of rest. You deserve to be celebrated also, definitely. Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So there's something that you're learning to manage here. There's also, the realization of how ridiculous we look when we try to do everything. This is what the Two of Pentacles is for me. Look at this person's hat. There's something a little ridiculous, a little like clownish about this card. I'm like, yeah, of course. This is how we look when we're trying to do everything, when we're pressuring ourselves to grind and do more. And we are stuck in this wheel of grind. I think that it's over. It's the age of Aquarius, baby. Like the star card is Aquarius. We just move in the age of Aquarius. Everything changes. We are done quantifying everything. We are learning to recharge and to do things intentionally and consistently instead of constantly draining ourselves and saying more, more, more. It's not about more. Like the monster of more. It's just so heavy. It's so heavy, and I think that we are clearing a little bit of that out. It's going to take a while for us to reset and find this new rhythm, but again, I think it really is about consistency and intention. How present are we? And 2025 is a hermit year in the tarot. You are the hermit in the tarot, so this is going to be Virgo's year. It's your time. It's your time to invest a little bit of your passion, your calling, whatever it is. Invest a little bit of time. Again, don't quantify, just show up. Just show up for what you love. Let your heart lead the way with the Knight of Wands. This is your own unique signature. Some Virgos are going to be changing their styles in December or in 2025. Like there's going to be this need to just change things up. Maybe, you know, you're ready to cut your hair, dye your hair, or you go back to your wardrobe and you're like, I haven't, you know, worn a lot of colors recently. I just want more colors, or I want less colors. I feel like there's this authentic way of expression that is going to come up in your style. I associate the Knight of Wands a lot with personal style and how sometimes, you know, just a great haircut can make you feel so damn good about yourself. I was a hairstylist for so long, almost 15 years, my past life as a hairstylist. And it can really change your mood and the whole way you show up. And there's something here that says, do it. Why not? If it makes you feel good, who cares? Who cares? Again, with the Star card, we don't really care how people judge us and see us. We don't really care. This is how it is. This is who I am. This is me. If you don't like it, look away. Leave me alone. It really is about embracing, again, your own unique signature. And I think this is going to also come up in the way that you communicate and the way that you create, work, collaborate. Have the Seven of Pentacles. What's the heart of the reading? Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? The Fool? Now I'm starting to get a little, you know, envious. I wish this was my reading. The Fool at the heart and the Star as general energy. Okay, I see you. And Eight of Wands. So it's all about perception here. You know, if you know the tarot a little bit, I have the Seven of Pentacles here, which feels a little stagnant. We have the Fool in the middle and then the Eight of Wands. So the perception here could be nothing's happening. How am I going to get there? How am I going to, again, do more? I think that it's going to take a little bit of work for you to reprogram, again, to find your new rhythm with life and work. There could definitely be, for a lot of you, like this big change in schedule. Like you manifested something maybe last year and then you get it. And you're like, okay, that's going to be a lot of work. That's going to take a lot of time. I'm going to have to invest so much in this. Yes, but it's what you wanted. So give yourself the time to adjust. Make sure you communicate your needs. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you need to just do everything that is requested from you, from you, just because you don't want to disappoint or you're scared that you're not going to do enough. I think it's so important for you to learn to say, those are my boundaries. You know, Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. This is my limit. This is what I can give you. This is what I can offer. If you need more, I'm going to need time to adjust. To not be afraid to say, hey, maybe that looks simple for you. For me, it's super overwhelming. I think that, again, boundaries, especially in the workplace, is going to improve your life so much, Virgo. Don't be afraid to say it. And I think you're going to inspire other people also. If you're showing up with confidence and you're saying, hell no, I'm not doing this. I'm happy to help, but this is not something I can do, or this is not something I feel comfortable doing. I think that you can be inspiring others and it's going to create a lot of positive change. You know, as a collective, that's the thing. Aquarius, which is here and here. Yes, there's this individuality aspect to it, but it's also the collective. So putting the oxygen mask on ourselves first, you know, we're going to understand that, finally, we're going to understand that this is the way to go. This is how we can help the collective. So at the heart of the reading, there's the soul. The Fool is the soul of the tarot. The whole tarot is the journey of this one energy. This is the unknown. This is infinite possibility. So when you see this card, especially in the essential placement or general. And I'm sure if you use the tarot for yourself, I guarantee you will pick this card in the next few days, in your next tarot session for yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if you pick this card as general energy for 2025. It makes so much sense. What do you want? And if you don't know what you want, what would be amazing? Like, what would excite you for 2025? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to work more? Do you want to work less? Do you want, more relationships to connect with people on a deeper level? Do you want to create? Is there something that you want to share with the world? Again, especially if what you want is related to your own unique way of communicating, your own unique style, I think that you can definitely accomplish something massive. It could change your life. It could change your life financially. And there's also something about stability. I know that for Virgos, and for humans in general, in the times that we live in, abundance help us to just be less stressed in general. We love to make sure that we have enough. We love to get comfortable, and then we can feel like we're ready to accomplish something. But here, the cards are really saying, you have what it takes now. You have what it takes. It's not external. It's not someone that's coming to save you. It's not a miracle. It really is about you figuring out, I have what it takes. Let me share it with the world. 8 of Wands, let me communicate that. Even if I don't know where the wands are going, there's still action. I'm still trying. I'm still creating. Is there something you want to write, record, paint, draw? It could be about anything. And I feel like sometimes when I talk about creativity, people are like, oh, I'm not creative. Or people just see creativity as this one thing. Creativity is constantly at work in some way. We're constantly creating and co-creating with the universe. It's not just about writing an album and writing a poem and painting a drawing. It could be for a lot of us, but it's not always about that. And with the 8 of Wands, your words are very important. And I felt that with the Queen of Swords, but here it's like the way you communicate is going to transform your reality. I don't know what it means in this moment, but this is the type of message that will also transform with you. It's going to start making a lot more sense, probably later in January, how your words help your world transform. Okay. So we have the Hermit, the 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. So 8 of Swords, absolutely love this energy. We have an 8, and we have the infinity loop, which connects with all the 8s. So 8 is a number of transformation. It is a constant co-creation, receptivity, receiving, giving. And this specific card, again, has become one of my favorite throughout the years because I used to be so scared of it. I remember the first time I picked a tarot deck and I was like, what? This is so scary. I don't want to be in this energy. But this is a full-on transformation of the mind. This is someone who is choosing to get vulnerable and get uncomfortable because they are so fed up of their mind controlling everything. This is when we take back control. There's less anxiety, there's less stress, there's less illusion. We are seeing the truth. We are working with the truth, working with this raw energy. Again, it's a very vulnerable place to be in, but it is so transformative. I would say like top 3 most transformative card in the tarot. The Death card, the 8 of Swords, almost see them as twins. You know, in the way that I teach tarot, in the way that I live the tarot every day and have been living it for, more than a decade now. So the way you are affected by information, by challenges, another thing that Virgo doesn't like is surprises, and like something that happens suddenly, you weren't prepared for it. It just feels like this huge mountain. Like, how am I going to move through this? I don't want to do this. It annoys me. And it just builds up and it creates like all of those swords. It's like this illusion, this mental prison. And then you feel like you are blocked from so many things, but it's just an illusion. Now the blindfold comes off and you are showing up as the hermit with your lantern. What's in the lantern is the star of the star card. We are using those tools to light up the way, the next step ahead. So instead of overreacting, instead of isolating yourself and just feeling like you're walking around with a blindfold over your eyes, no. You're intentional. You're consistent. You constantly go back to the lessons. And again, instead of isolating, I think that you're able to express yourself. And that is one of the biggest misconceptions about the hermit. This card is not about isolating, ever. Practically never. The hermit is the internal work. It's the practice of what we learned in the card that comes before, which is the strength card. And also the star card, because we're carrying the star in our lantern. So what we learn in the strength card, which was our card of the year this year, it was about reclaiming our light. We went back to the part of ourselves before our most traumatic time, our most difficult era. We got a taste of that. We reconnected. A lot of us did inner child work. Sometimes it's inner teen or early adult years. And this light that we reclaimed, that we got in touch with, we realized it never went out. It is the everlasting light. It's the fixed fire of Leo. This is what the strength card is. So certain passions and certain energies that maybe you felt were completely lost, they're coming back in 2025. And there are things, especially goals and dreams and purpose, wishes that you gave up on, or your mind, your nervous system made you believe that you gave up on them, like it was done. They're going to be showing up. They're going to be showing up. And with the Two of Cups, I think that there could be the beginning of something that you love. The Two of Cups is about love, but it's love with capital letters. Yes, for some of you, it could be, and I'm not afraid to say it, like meeting the love of your life or having a relationship go to the next level. For some of you, it's going to be finally loving the work that you do. Finally having what you truly love be at the heart of your life. Virgo, I cannot stress this enough. Get your intentions clear. Stop settling for less. Stop using words to diminish or bring down your abilities, because the words that you use are going to create this reality. And again, I know I sound woo-woo right now. I'm a very rational person, and every time I, share some of the messages that come up about, just using words like the universe and source and your guides, your angels and synchronicities and magic. I'm a very rational person, so there's always something in the back of my mind that's like, oh, come on. But I've experienced each and every card. Again, I live the tarot and I've been living the tarot every day for more than a decade. And I truly believe that the tarot is what made me believe in magic. It's how those archetypes, those images and symbols just showed up in my life in so many magical ways, really. And magic, the real definition of magic really is the little moments of synchronicities that can change your life. And here you have hope. Hope. Hope is so underrated, really. It's the thing. It's the thing of 2025. And if that makes you feel weird, uncomfortable, if you're like, ugh, I would invite you to ask yourself why. Why does it feel so cheesy to talk about things like love and hope? Those are questions that I really asked myself in the past year, and I feel like I really transformed the way I receive the energy. Here you have the Fool. I remember the Fool being the central energy of one of my years, a few years back. The best year of my life so far. It wasn't easy, but it was really a year where if I focus on something, I got it. Things that today I still see as miraculous. I can't even believe that I accomplished some of the things that I did when I was in a Fool year. So work with the Fool, collaborate with that energy. This is the card that I would, as a Virgo, I would definitely take it out of my tarot deck, put it on my altar, on my fridge, find a picture on Pinterest, put it on your cell phone, on your computer as a background. This is your card, I think, for 2025. And I'm definitely going to try to remember that. So if it comes up in other readings, we can expand on that. Because the Fool is infinite. I could talk for 5 hours about this card. Okay, let's see what we have here for you. Sign. If you're looking for a sign, here it is. Blue Moon. You are ready. Make your masterpiece. I love it. This is your sign to start creating. This is your sign that whatever your brain has been saying, like, you cannot do this, it's too late, you missed out on something, you missed out on this opportunity, you're not good enough, this and that, it's not the truth. It is part of the mental prison. It is an illusion. You have the opportunity to fully start over in some areas of your life. Something will expand, it will grow, and it will change your life. And I really want to send so much love to anyone who feel like they have experienced this breaking point, which is probably going to be the title of this reading. Because again, I felt the Tower card. It's so interesting that the Star card came through. Maybe right now in this moment, you are in this breaking point or on the verge of this breaking point, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I feel like life is constantly the same. It's like I'm constantly fighting. This is your sign. This is your sign to make space for hope. There is a place for hope and for infinite possibilities. Virgo, I'm sending so much love. You guys are the best. I really mean that. And I can't wait to read for you next week and this whole year. It's always a pleasure. You guys are the best supporters. I feel like Virgos are the opposite of haters. You guys are, since the beginning of my YouTube channel, were the first ones to break records on my channel. This year, you broke records. You're constantly supporting me and seeing me, honoring my work. You're very respectful. So again, yeah, I'm still the biggest Virgo cheerleader, and it's gonna continue in 2025. Take care, Virgo.